Hello, everyone. So, welcome to Python Challenge for All. We'll continue the study about the cryptography. Last time we studied about common key scheme or shared key scheme. Okay, simple shared key schemes are weak and impractical, and this is the big problem. Okay, they are weak and also impractical. How? Uh, actually, they have no tamper detection schemes and key reuse. If you use the same key um, more than once, it will be a very fragile for attacking. Okay, you can use, for example, character occurrence uh, probability data to assume, and also if you use it multiple times, it will all the data could be broken. Okay, and also the big problem is care sharing itself is a major problem. Okay, if you need to, the sender and the receiver have to have the same encryption key, common key or shared key. How to distribute, how to share it between the two or more than two is a big problem. If you can do that safely, that's good enough for secure communication. So it's a big problem. Actually, the public key cryptography scheme, which I will explain today, uh, solves the key distribution problem. So let's learn the basics of um, public key cryptography. And one example, as an example, we will study about very basic RSA. Okay, RSA is a very good example to study first. So what is RSA? Let's take a look at the Wikipedia. Okay, no, this is not. Um, actually, RSA, if you go to Wikipedia, it says RSA crypto system is a when reversed Shamir-Edelman crypto system. And you can take a closer look at it, but it's the asymmetric way. Asymmetric meaning that there are a pair of secret key and public key and private key, and which makes a very good way to solve the key distribution problem, as I explained earlier. Okay, so let's try. Actually, the first step is to generate an RSA key pair. As I said, it's a pair of public key and private key. So today, it's going to be a kind of mathematical topic about how to make RSA key pairs. So the first steps is to pick large prime numbers, P and Q. Okay, let's go and work with it. So let's make RSA system. Okay. And then let's define P and Q as, for example, 103 and 32,259. Both are prime numbers. You can check it yourself. Okay. So the system goes with this. Compute first n, which is a product of P and Q, and also phi as P minus 1 times Q minus 1. This is actually called Euler's totient function, which again, we can go to Wikipedia to find out what it is. Euler's totient function is, yeah, maybe you can read it later. But today, we just believe it is correct. So the product n is P times Q. And also, oh, yeah, right. Yeah, let's define function gen key, generate key, which takes two parameters, p and q. And then first the n is computed, p times q. And then, q. And then phi is computed as I explained, p minus 1 times q minus 1. Okay? So, yeah, maybe you can take a closer look at it to see that, yeah, here's the history and operation. Okay? So we define two p's and key and compute the n modulus for both public and private key. And then we use choose E. This is customarily used, for example, this number, 55,537 is used, so long as it's coprime with phi. Okay, let's check that and go on with it. E equals 65,537, and make sure that everything is fine. So print P, Q, N, phi, and also we want to check that they are coprime. So to do that, we import math, and make sure that math.gcd, which calculates the greatest common divisor of E and phi equals 1. If this is true, this is equivalent to the requirement that E and phi are coprime. Okay, so let's check that this is true. Okay, let's do it so far by calling gen keys P and Q. Okay, let's run this and see if the result is true. Okay, so fine. So let's continue the gen keys function definition. So compute the modular inverse of E. Okay, do you know what modular inverse of E, mod phi? So this is mathematically meaning this. D is a modular inverse of E in mod phi. And in Python, it's like this. D equals power of E to the power of minus 1 under the modulo of phi. So let's write it. So D equals power of E to the power of negative 1 with the modulus of phi. Okay, now we have everything. So let's print again E, D, and just in case E times D, and E times D modulo percentage P phi. So this should be 1, okay? Because they are inverse with each other in modulo of phi. So after that, we define that public key is combination of E and N, and private key is combination of D and N. So let's return these. The first return value will be E and D, E and N, and the second return value will be D and P. So the returned value will be a tuple of two tuples. Okay? So let's print the result of gen keys. And this will lead to the next session, actually. Okay, let's run it to see everything is fine. So P is 103, Q is 3259. The product is this one, and the phi, Euler's tangent function, is this one. And it's good that E and phi are coprime. Okay? Maybe we can write E as well here, but it's not a big deal. Okay? So, and also again print E, D, and E times D, and which is modulo. If you take the modulo of phi, it will be 1, which means they are inverse with each other. And the important point of the RSA encryption uses the fact that even it's difficult to find the D from E, okay? Even if you have N. Maybe we will learn about it next time. So in this case, the public key is this, and private key is this. The public key will be made public, and private key will be kept secret in keep secret. So please, that's all for today. Please learn about RSA and try to make using these keys, verify, encryption, and decryption will work. We'll do it next time. Okay, be sure to come back. Bye-bye.